Hello, health champions. I want you to picture your liver as the single busiest organ in your body, over 500 jobs running at once, 24 hours a day, and it almost never complains. That's the problem. By the time your liver is loud enough for you to notice, it's usually been struggling quietly for years. Today I'm walking you through 10 signs your body gives you when your liver is overloaded. Some are obvious, some are easy to dismiss as just stress, or just getting older. Stay until the end, because sign number 7 is the one almost nobody connects to their liver, and it might be the one that explains the most about how you've been feeling lately. Quick context so the rest of this makes sense. Your liver filters your entire blood supply roughly once every minute. It builds the proteins that carry hormones through your bloodstream, it manufactures bile to break down fat, it stores and releases sugar to keep your energy steady, and it's the only organ in your body capable of turning fat-soluble toxins into water-soluble waste your kidneys and bowel can actually remove. When that system gets backed up from alcohol, ultra-processed food, excess sugar, certain medications, or simple fat accumulation, the damage shows up everywhere except the liver itself, because the liver has no pain nerves. So your body sends the warning signal somewhere else. Sign number 1, fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. This isn't being tired after a long day. This is waking up after 8 hours feeling like you ran a marathon overnight. When your liver is struggling, two things happen at once. It becomes less efficient at releasing stored glucose to fuel your cells, and inflammatory signals from the liver travel to your brain and dial down your motivation and alertness. Researchers still don't fully understand the exact wiring, but the pattern is one of the most consistently reported symptoms across every stage of liver disease. If rest isn't restoring you anymore, your liver is one of the first places worth investigating. Sign number 2, pain or a dull ache under your right rib cage, sometimes radiating into your right shoulder blade. Your liver sits tucked just under the right side of your ribs, and when it swells from fat or inflammation, it stretches the capsule surrounding it, and that capsule does have pain nerves. The shoulder referral happens because the nerve pathway from your liver area shares a route with the nerve that supplies your shoulder, so your brain sometimes misreads where the signal is coming from. If you've ever woken up with an unexplained stiff right shoulder the morning after a heavy meal or a few drinks, this is very likely why. Sign number 3, itching with no rash, often worse at night and concentrated on your palms and the soles of your feet. This is called cholestatic pruritus, and it happens when bile acids that should be flushed out through your digestive tract instead build up under your skin. Your liver makes bile constantly. When the flow slows down from inflammation, gallstones, or fatty liver disease, those bile components have nowhere to go. People often scratch for months and get told it's dry skin or allergies before anyone tests their liver enzymes. Sign number 4, yellowing of your skin or the whites of your eyes, jaundice. This is the sign most people already associate with liver trouble, but few understand why it happens. Old red blood cells get broken down constantly, and one byproduct of that process is a yellow-orange pigment called bilirubin. A healthy liver processes bilirubin and sends it out through bile, which is also what gives your stool its normal brown color. When the liver can't keep up, bilirubin backs up into your bloodstream and deposits in tissue, starting with the whites of your eyes, since that tissue shows pigment changes earliest. Sign number 5, small spider-shaped red or purple marks on your skin, usually on the chest, face, or upper arms, called spider angiomas. Your liver is responsible for clearing excess estrogen from your bloodstream. When liver function drops, estrogen lingers longer than it should, and estrogen causes tiny blood vessels near the skin's surface to dilate. Press the center of one of these marks and it should briefly turn white before the color rushes back. That's the telltale sign distinguishing it from an ordinary blood vessel. Sign number 6, swelling in your ankles, legs, or abdomen that doesn't go away overnight. Your liver manufactures a protein called albumin, which acts like a magnet holding water inside your blood vessels instead of letting it leak into surrounding tissue. When liver function drops, albumin production drops with it, and fluid starts seeping out into your legs and, in more advanced cases, your abdominal cavity, which can make your stomach look distended even though you haven't gained fat. If you press a finger into swollen skin and the dent stays there for several seconds, that's a strong clue. Fluid retention is involved. Sign number 7, And this is the one most people never connect to their liver: sudden new sensitivities to foods, alcohol, or medications you used to tolerate just fine. Your liver is your body's chemical processing plant. When its capacity drops, substances that used to pass through without issue now linger longer in your bloodstream, triggering stronger reactions. A glass of wine that used to be fine now gives you a pounding headache. A medication dose that worked for years now leaves you nauseous. Foods that never bothered you now cause bloating or skin flare-ups. This isn't a new allergy developing out of nowhere. It's your detox system losing capacity. Sign number 8. Stool that's noticeably pale gray or floats, paired with urine that's dark like tea or cola. This pair of signs almost always travels together, and it comes back to bile again. Normal brown stool color comes from bile pigments breaking down properly in your gut. When bile flow is blocked or reduced, stool loses that color and gains extra unprocessed fat, which makes it lighter, greasier, and more likely to float. Meanwhile, the bilirubin that should have left through your bile gets rerouted out through your kidneys instead, darkening your urine. Seeing both changes together in the same week is a far stronger signal than either one alone. Sign number 9. Bruising easily, or bleeding gums when you floss, even with minimal impact. Your liver produces most of the clotting factors that allow your blood to seal a wound properly. When liver function declines, clotting factor production drops, and even small bumps leave bruises that are larger and last longer than they should. This is also why people with more advanced liver conditions are warned to be especially careful with blood thinners, alcohol, and even high-dose fish oil. Anything that further interferes with clotting becomes riskier. Sign number 10. Brain fog, trouble concentrating, word-finding difficulty, or a foggy, slowed-down feeling that coffee doesn't touch. This one surprises people, but it has a real mechanism behind it called hepatic encephalopathy, in its more severe form. Your liver is supposed to clear ammonia, a byproduct of protein digestion, out of your bloodstream. When the liver can't keep up, ammonia levels rise and cross into your brain, interfering with normal neurotransmitter signaling. In its mild early form, this doesn't look dramatic. It looks like forgetting why you walked into a room, or losing your train of thought mid-sentence more than usual. So if several of these sound familiar, what actually helps? 3 things matter more than any supplement. First, cut the 2 biggest liver burdens directly: added sugar, especially fructose from soda, juice, and processed snacks, which your liver has to process almost entirely on its own, and alcohol, which your liver treats as a priority toxin and processes before almost anything else, including the medications you may be taking. Second, feed your liver what it actually needs to detoxify well. Cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts contain compounds that support your liver's detox pathways, and foods rich in sulfur, eggs, garlic, onions, provide the raw material your liver uses to produce glutathione, which is the master antioxidant your body manufactures itself rather than something you can simply swallow in a pill. Third, give your liver less to filter overall. That means reducing ultra-processed foods loaded with additives and preservatives, staying properly hydrated so your kidneys can support the detox load your liver hands off to them, and getting consistent sleep, since a significant amount of liver repair and regeneration research points to overnight hours as a key recovery window. None of these signs alone are a diagnosis. Plenty have other causes. But if you're noticing 2, 3, or more of them clustering together, that's worth a conversation with your doctor and a simple liver enzyme panel, which is inexpensive and often covered by routine blood work you may already be getting. Your liver works for you every single minute without asking for credit. The least we can do is listen when it finally has to raise its voice. If this helped you understand your body a little better, I think you'll get even more out of the video I'm about to show you next. I'll see you there.